These are good white people. It's a good one. Check, check, check. Salaki, am I being heard?
Con, can you hear us in Durham, sir?
Con, I can hear you.
Con, sir. Are you loud and clear, sir?
Loud and clear. Hey, Daraj, do me a favor. I'm about to turn this up just a little bit on this side, the main volume. Just a little bit. Check, check, check. Come again, Durham. Come again.
Oh,
I can hear you. Y'all still sound like y'all far away though.
Okay, come. Let me switch to the interface if that's the case. If not, we might just have to turn our volume up. But you're definitely Tawab, sir.
Okay, I can hear you loud and clear.
Come, sir.
Oh man. Y'all hold tight. I'm almost there. Hold tight. Yeah, let's see. All right. All right. All right. If y'all can hear us, please put a 1 in the chat. Baba Kashar, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all can hear us, put a 1 in the chat. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Comment, like, subscribe. Go ahead and get it out of the way now.
Salaki, so is that better?
Yeah, that's Tawab.
Con, sir. Salaki. Shalom.
All right, so Akim, with that, clap it up. Clap it up. All right, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Brakathum to the Akim, to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba'ashim Yahushai to the sisters. Akwatin. I'm preaching officer of 5,000 Zion Ya'Allah coming out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, under the commanding junior hunter, under the Capt Nayathaq 13,000 Banyamyan. We at this North Carolina Brotherhood Scripture Breakdown class. Throughout the week, we have classes that are strategically designed to wake up Black, Hispanic, Native Indians and allow them to know who they are according to the Bible. You understand? When I say wake up, you say, what do you mean? We walk around every single day and our eyes are open. Our eyes are open, but our brains have shackles on them. You understand? The way we think, the way we move, we're shackled in this empire. Because somehow we think by celebrating Thanksgiving is going to bring us all closer together. Well, actually, that goes against serving God. All right. So these classes in the Isupk are designed to wake up our people, to let them know they are the true Jews of the Bible. You understand? Their true identity is in this book that we call the Holy Bible. And today, the people that were told they were responsible for leading us, they have failed to do so. They have failed us on every side of anything that we're trying to do with this empire. And how have they failed God's chosen people? Because they don't use God's word to lead the people. Well, there's a school called the Isupk that I am humbly and very fortunate to be a part of, only through the grace and mercy of the Father that I serve, Yahweh. And every brother and sister that is under the sound of my voice is in this school. It is definitely an honor, you understand, to serve everyone that's in this school. Water allow me to serve. Water, Akwatin. Hey, so if you could, if anybody have any questions, please put them in the chat. If I can answer them, Lord willing, I'll be able to get to them. If not, you know what I'm saying, Lord willing, Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq, but yummy and be able to get to them. I just want to go into something real quick, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I like to do. Somebody give me Matthew 10 and 34. Give me Matthew 10 and 34. Matthew 10 and 34.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34.
Come on.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
Now, they'll tell you that not Christmas, but Thanksgiving, both of those holidays, right? This is a time for us to gather and enjoy family time, right? This is about us sitting down and really breaking bread with our family members and trying to. It's a great time because we all off our slaveries and things like that. But if you serve the Most High, if you follow what's in the law, statutes, and commandments, and if you actually knew who Christ was, you would understand what this meant. Is that written in red?
God.
Read it again for me, Baba Kushad Darash.
That I am come to send peace on earth.
So somebody break this thing down for me. If you never heard this scripture before, somebody break this thing down, and we're going to use this tonight to kick this class off, and we're going to go in how evil and disgusting Thanksgiving is. We're going to talk about how vile and how the megalomaniacs, which is a so-called Caucasian race, Esau, according to the Bible, the nation of Edom, right, the oppressor, how evil he is to push things like Thanksgiving in front of us and say this is a time that we should gather together. They have a Christmas song that's probably playing right now, and it's disgusting. They say this is the most wonderful time of the goddamn year. You lost your damn mind. Right. And if you think that this is the most wonderful time of the year, then you don't know that with Christ, you don't understand what Matthew 10 and 34 means. So somebody break that down for me. Let's start from the top. Matthew 10 and 34. It says, think not that I have come to send peace on earth. What does that mean, Baba Kashaw? Come on.
Salakia, sir.
Hold on, Salakia. Go ahead. That.
You good. Okay. What he's saying here is like his mission, his job, his authority is not to bring peace. That's not why he's here. He's not here to bring peace, for everybody to love one another and, you understand, join in unity. He's not here for that.
Well, a Christian would say, well, how is that true when the Bible say he is the peaceable one? Ain't that what it says? So a Christian gonna read this and say, well, there's a contradictory in the Bible. That's what a Christian, that's my Christian voice that goes on in my head. There's a contradictory in the Bible.
Because, right, sir, if I may, Christians, they don't really understand the Bible at all. Like they're trained to look for contradictions and stuff like that. Like the way they approach the Bible is wrong.
Now that's true. Now, okay, so since we know this, then what did this mean then? Somebody break this thing down. If we know that their approach to the Bible is completely, to me, considered to be white supremacy, you understand? The approach to it is contradictory, and they bastardize everything that's in the Bible. What does this mean then? Come on.
So lucky.
10 and 34, please.
Well, this is Yahushua speaking. So when it says, think not that I come to send peace on earth, Christ is not, when he comes, he's not coming to bring peace on earth.
Well, what does it mean to think not, though? Let's not, don't skip over nothing. Like anytime we read the Bible, Akim in Isupk, we skip over nothing. If we don't know it, we sit down and we study and we find it out. So these words mean so. It's good for us to break it down so our people can understand it. But let's break down what's actually there. What does it mean to think not?
Think not, meaning don't even think it. Don't even put it in your mind.
Mm-hmm. Don't even consider it, right? Don't try to come up with a thought to conclude whatever it is that you want to happen. Just like Thanksgiving. Just like everybody being together. Like everybody singing Kumbaya, my Lord, and everybody getting getting along or whatnot. So don't even consider this, right? Read.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Now, okay, so let's do this. So don't even consider that he come to set peace on earth, but Christ is the peaceable one. So what is being said in this verse about peace?
Peace is not even an option. It shouldn't even be in your mind.
Why?
Well, number one, because Yahushua said it. And then the next verse is going to explain.
Don't go to the next verse.
Come on, God.
See, don't skip. It's right there.
Right, because he said he didn't come for that. That's not the reason he's coming.
There you go. Okay. So don't even put it in your head. There is something that I'm doing. Don't even consider that you're going to get some peace out of it. It's like I'm coming to raise hell. Salaki, I'm coming to show you there's a difference between me and what everybody else is doing. And if you think that I'm doing what everybody else is doing, then I'm asking you don't even consider that. Because what I'm about to do is different from what everybody else is doing. So don't think you about to have some peace if you considering my work that I'm about to do, right? Read.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
All right. So I didn't come for peace. I came for a sword. The work that our King Yahushua did, it was heavy work. And with that work, he used the sword to do it. But what does that mean, Baba Kasha?
Salaki. Anytime that you see the word sword, it means war.
Hey, let's do this. I want you see this dumbass that's in the chat, Baba Kasha? You see this dumbass that's in the chat?
Come, sir.
I'm gonna deal with him later, but I would. He got about 2 or 3 more comments before he get booted up out of here. Okay, I just want to put him on notice that, brother, if you're not authorized up under Commander Junior Hunter and Isupk, don't pretend like you know a damn thing about the Bible.
That's right.
If you understand, if you didn't learn from preaching prophets in this school, you are pretending. You are pretending. If you didn't come through the doors of the Isupk, I don't know who authorized you to ask me any goddamn thing.
That's right.
All right. So come on, Daraj.
Salaki, it says, I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Mm-hmm.
So when we see the term a sword is, of course, used for killing or war. So Christ is letting you know that he's not here for peace. When he's coming, he's here for war. When he makes an appearance.
Come on, Bunker.
Salaki, if I may. So with respect to the term peace, according to Merriam-Webster, is defined as a state of tranquility or quiet, such as freedom from civil disturbance, or a state of security or order within the community provided by a law or custom. See, Christ, he came to set the record straight as far as the standard of perfection for Israel. So that sword is to separate us from just the customs of, that we have become acclimated to.
Right.
All the customs of the world, all the traditions, the vain carnal traditions of men.
Right.
Christ came to set a standard of living according to the law, in accordance with the Most High's word for so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Most High in Christ.
Salaki.
Give him a hand, y'all. Damn right.
All right. Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I believe the cat in the comments is saying that him and Jesus Christ are like one in the same. And that,
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I think he's saying
see that, and that's why I say he got about 1 or 2 more comments. That
was his second.
We delighted to have a brother, but the one thing I learned about this truth, I'm not you may have some brothers that that may engage in different dialogue with a brother who dealing with mental illness or different issues, but I'm not that one. I'm not that, Akim. I want to let you know that plain and clear. The Lord he didn't give I have a little bit of patience, but that is not something that he gave me to deal with. I want y'all to know that. I love every brother, but my fuse for stupidity is very short. I've been dealing with a lot of tragedy in my life. I've seen a lot of conflict, a lot of turmoil. I've seen a lot of people getting hurt unnecessarily. You understand? I've seen a lot of our people dealing with a lot of issues, and I'm genuinely concerned about fixing Black, Hispanics, Native Indian lives. I don't have time for foolishness.
Right.
I don't have it. I believe that every brother that's coming to this school or log on to this chat genuinely wants to learn the truth about the Bible, how to fix their lives, not be stupid. I don't. That's not me. I just want to let you know, brother. That's anybody ever ask you ever come across me? I am not that guy. We can sit down and eat a burger together, but I'm not going to converse with you being dumb, for lack of better words. Salakia. Come on, Darash. Finish reading that, please, Baba Shaw. Next verse.
Khan. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father,
Right. Come on.
and the daughter against her mother,
Go ahead.
and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Right. So what does that mean? So we know he didn't bring peace, but a sword. So what does the word variance mean, Baba Kasha? What does anybody know what the word variance mean?
Salaki, sir.
Come on, Yonazar.
It means there's a difference.
Okay. Absolutely. Damn right. There's a difference. He said a variance. So what would that variance be between, it looked like family members, correct?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Every man in Isupk is living this today. Every brother and sister in UPK is living this because all of our families or most of our families are either Muslims or Christians, and that's the major variance.
And guess what? If you really come to serve the Most High, everything that you do, variance mean there is some that difference. You're gonna have to war with that. There's beauty in the struggle. There's a fight that takes place when everybody else is going right, and you have when everybody else is going left, and you have to go right. When you serve the Most High, and you really understand who He is and what He wants His people to do, we can't be like we're not designed to go where everybody else goes. Our lives, we get hurt when we go in the opposite direction, Bunky, y'all. The Lord says for us to go right. When we follow the other nations in celebrating Thanksgiving, eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, all this Christianity, these religions, we get hurt as a people when we follow this direction. We change our lives when we go in the other direction. That's the variance, right? The Lord said you can't be lukewarm. He'd rather you be hot or cold, you understand? But you can't play in between both, or what He'll spit you out His mouth. He'll spew you out. That's what the Bible says. So when we talking about us, we have to be absolute in knowing that what we serve is the Most High and following the law, statutes, and commandments. And celebrating Thanksgiving does not mean that you're at variance with the world. You're going along with the world. How can you follow Christ and go along with the world is doing? So that variance, that difference that has to take place, it may have to take place between you and your father. So be it. It may have to take place between who? You and your mother. So be it. It may have to take place between you and your children. So be it. All the friends that you thought you had them because everybody else was going left. And you seen the destruction that our people were going on. So you begin to seek out the Lord. And here He is. It's 2024. The Lord gave you the perfect fix to your life for you to go the right way. And it takes a lot of strength. That's why we have to have brotherhood and sisterhood. If you're going to be the best way to be at variance with something is to make sure you got a brother that's beside you. Now, this walk ain't an easy walk. You did, but it's so worth it, man. It's so worth it. Read the next verse, Darash, please. Baba Kashaw.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 36.
Go ahead.
And the man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Break that down for me, please.
So pretty much what this verse is saying, this is Yahushua speaking, saying a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
What is a foe?
So foe would be an enemy or someone that's pretty much against you. So the people that are in your household.
No, there's no way. We live in the same house and I can have a foe to me and my household. How would they become a foe to you if you're in the same household?
Because you're different than the others. As the previous verse said, you're at variance with your family. The Most High wants you to do certain things. So if you're following the Most High in Christ, you're going to live a different way.
You know what's crazy about knowing the truth? Like, before, I don't know if anybody else done had this experience, right? Before you learn the truth in ISUBK, your people and your family never invited you to nothing to have to do with any church or any celebration or none of that. You didn't get none of them invites. You didn't get. Nobody asked you to come to no break down no Bible verse or none of that. You know what I'm saying? You got the occasional Easter services and things like that, right? But for me, I didn't get that. But the minute I said I want to serve the Lord, and she became the commanding general honor. Well, come here, nephew. Let me show you this right here in the Bible. I heard you've been studying such and such and such and such. Where is that you learning in the Bible? I'm thinking to myself, where the hell would you at when I really wanted to learn? What was that? I realized then, you know what? I understood the scripture very clean. I understood that serving the Lord, and guess what? You're going to encounter some things that are not comfortable for you. You're gonna encounter some jagged edges when you come to serve the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? Some of the people that you think are actually the closest to you are the ones that have the biggest issue with you. Damn. You think mama love you until you say, hey, mom, I ain't put on no goddamn Christmas tree this year. I don't know what I got into my baby. I don't know. He ain't been the same since he started reading the Bible. Oh, Lord. I don't know what he's reading, but he's different. Maybe it's just me, Acosta. I don't know. I don't know they do that in the Bahamas or Trinidad or anywhere. Maybe it's just my dumbass family that became foes once I began to open up the Bible and serve the Most High.
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Come on with it, Acosta. What you got, brother?
It's the same thing in the Bahamas, sir.
Oh my goodness. Oh, give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? Damn. How would I have ever guessed that? Because the Bible said when you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself. You have to prepare, man. And guess what? The people who love you, that love you sometimes, who you think love you, they don't really understand the Bible. And they don't understand your plight in life. Come on, Bunky, y'all.
Salaki, if I may, I just looked up the definition of the word foe.
Uh-huh.
And Darash, he explained what a foe was as far as it being an enemy.
Okay.
But it says one who has personal enmity for another.
Ooh.
And then it goes on to say an enemy in war or one who opposes on principle.
Mm.
And so we're just giving our family members, what the Lord says.
Principle.
And they take it personal.
Come. Have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the what? The truth.
That's right.
If I love you, right? If I know that the stove is hot, it's irresponsible of me to watch you put your damn hand on the stove, man. And watch you burn. So that's why we so starch against Thanksgiving. I know y'all get tired of us saying, don't eat this, don't celebrate this, don't do that. But somebody has to be the voice of reasoning. And the Isupk is the only voice of reasoning that is hitting the airways, man. You can be whatever that you want to be in the earth. And you can be a transformer, transsexual. And the world gonna applaud you. Oh, you got such strength. Ain't that what they say about Dwayne Wade's son? He's such a brilliant young man to come out and live his life and live his peace. Well, damn it, Israel, you better start living your life according to what God says.
That's right.
We have to exhibit the same strength when we come to serve the Lord. The exact same strength. If you tell me a transformer can walk up and down the streets of Atlanta and absolutely not be bothered by kids looking at him strange, my son be like, Dad, I know. I said loud too. Yeah, Jeremiah, that's a man, son. He's choosing to put on a wig, son. Don't play with me. You know you're a man.
Right.
Confusing these babies out here. Well, the same strength that we exhibit when they do that, Bunky, y'all, we have to do the same thing. That's why we tell our babies, don't stand for that national anthem.
That's right.
We don't salute no goddamn flag. A flag does nothing but wave in the wind. How can you pledge your allegiance to something that waves in the wind? How can you sit down and eat a dinner that directly correlates to the genocide of your brothers and sisters for a meal? You can't go without that for one day if you say you love the Lord. World War III is right around the corner. All these ideas of missiles and bombs being dropped all over the place, and we're preparing to for Macy's Thanksgiving parade. What the hell we doing, man? The variance is there for us to wake up. The variance is there for us to realize that there's a difference between serving the Lord and following the ways of the world. And if you focus in on what Christ is saying, there cannot be no peace. You are always at war with what's going on with what everybody else wants you to do. And it's a beautiful thing once you understand a real purpose in life. That's our real purpose. Here, this whole matter that we keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Let me get the book of Genesis chapter 19, verse 12. I want to run this down real quick. I want to get into the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. I want to get this real quick. Hurry up. I know Cap, people around the corner. I can hear. But I want to try to get this out real quick, Baba Kashaw.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 19, verse 12.
Come on.
And the men said unto Lot,
Mm-hmm.
Hast thou here any besides son-in-law and thy sons?
So I'm run this down real quick. It's the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Everybody know why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. It was a sinful place that was filled with sodomites. You understand? Filled with all type of evilness that goes directly against the Lord. And in this verse, his brothers asking, angels asking, everybody here, your people, right? Right? Go ahead, Darash.
Son-in-law and thy sons
Mhm.
and thy daughters,
Go ahead.
and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place.
So the angels are telling Lot, hey man, get up out of this sinful place. There is something that you have to be aware of, and you should get the hell up out of this sinful place. Sodom and Gomorrah, that's what this verse is speaking of, right? Read on, Darash.
Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
For we will destroy this place.
Do what?
For we will destroy this place.
Go ahead.
Because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord.
Go ahead.
And the Lord hath sent us to destroy it.
The Lord did what?
And the Lord hath sent us to destroy it.
So what does it indicate that once again there's a variance, bunker, y'all? Not peace, but a what? But a sword. Why? Because the sins of this place. That's the variance that we have to be willing to recognize in our lives. Either sin against the Lord or not sinning against the Lord. Follow the law, statutes, and commandments and live. You understand? Or not following the law, statutes, and commandments and lose your life. That's the variance. There is no gray area. There's no in between. Read on, Darash.
Verse 14. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters.
Go ahead.
And said, get you out of this place. For the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. So
even in Lot saying, hey, the Lord about to destroy this place. His son's like, oh, his son-in-law's like, man, come on, man. I don't know what you're talking about, right? You sure? So he said they mocked him, saying, like, man, you okay? You know what I'm saying? But Lot is recognizing what? There's a variance between how he's living and him in his house and what everybody else is doing that's in Sodom and Gomorrah. Read on, Darash.
But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-laws. Verse 15.
Go ahead.
And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city.
Right. Once again, we're talking about what? He wasn't consumed already, Bunk, y'all, which was what indicates another variance, right? But if he stayed, he would have been what? Consumed. Read on.
Verse 16. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters.
Go ahead.
The Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city.
Go ahead.
Verse 17. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life.
Go ahead. Do what? Escape for what?
Escape for thy life.
Because what? The angels knew that the Lord was about to destroy this place. Read on.
Look not behind thee.
Do what?
Look not behind thee.
No, take a quick glance.
Look not behind thee.
Look not. Those are very specific instructions. Just like Christ saying what? Think not. Look not. Right? There's a variance. Not peace, but a sword. Read on, Darash.
Neither stay thou in all the plain.
Mm-hmm.
Escape to the mountain,
Escape. Go ahead.
lest thou be consumed.
Uh-huh.
Verse 18.
Go ahead.
And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Lord. Verse 19. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight,
Keep going.
and thou hast magnified thy mercy.
And thou what?
And thou hast magnified thy mercy,
Go ahead.
which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life.
Go ahead. And doing what?
Which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life.
Saving his life by not allowing him to be consumed in the city that the angels told him to get the hell up out of. Him and his family. Think not. Look not. Right? Read on, Darash.
And I cannot escape to the mountain,
Please, go ahead.
lest some evil take me and I die.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one.
Go ahead.
Oh, let me escape thither. It is not a little one, and my soul shall live.
Keep going.
Verse 21. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also.
Drop that. Read verse 26. Let's get to the meat of what I want to say.
Come. Verse 26. But his wife looked back.
But his wife did what?
But his wife looked back.
What did his wife become right then and there?
Just
They were told to get up out of the city and what? Look not.
disobedient.
She became disobedient. What else did she become? Anybody? What else did she? What else did they were told to get up out of the city and look not? If you're in the class with me tonight, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. What did Lot's wife become? When now you had your chance. Hey, but she became crazy as hell. She did become a pillar of salt. What else did she become? Lot. Anybody? Anybody else? What did Lot's wife become when she looked back? What did she become, Akia?
Salaki said, if I may.
Go ahead.
Did she become disobedient?
She was disobedient. All right. Come on, Charlotte. What did she become, Charlotte?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
I believe Captain Nayathaq is ready, sir.
I'm gonna give it to you for time's sake. Salakia. She became a foe. She became a foe. That's the power that the Lord has. Your enemy become foes even in your own household. And the Lord made her a pillar of salt. And with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq Ben Yum.
Get that brother a hand. Get that brother a hand. What's going on, Akim?
Well, sir.
Y'all good?
Cut him on cut, sir. At the water, sir.
I'm also in Christ. All right. Where we at? Damn, I jammed up here, man.
I don't think we had Tabuan. Do we have any questions thus far? We had a nutcase in here earlier. He said he was Christ. I said, "Oh, we're gonna get you out of here."
Oh boy.
Yeah. That eggnog kicking in early, Cap.
All right. With that being said, all right. This week is what Thanksgiving, right? Who are the history on it? Somebody pull the history on Thanksgiving. Tabon, you want to do it, and then maybe Akashka, you go read for me, right?
History on Thanksgiving, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have in here Fayetteville, Durham, Trinidad, Jamaica, Bahamas, and Charlotte. Also in Christ. All right. So this week is, I mean, everybody in that spirit right now, that whole Thanksgiving spirit. You know what I mean? It's going to be chaos on the roads in the next few days, and then after that come your what? Your Black Friday. All right. Now we're gonna deal with Thanksgiving for for a little while. If you have any questions outside of that, type it in the chat. All right. Akashka, give me 1 Corinthians. All right. Give me 1 Corinthians. Start at 1 Corinthians chapter 8. Start at verse 7. All right.
Come on, sir. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Howbeit there is not in every man that knowledge, for some with conscience of the idol unto this hour eat it as a thing offered unto an idol.
Unto what?
Unto an idol.
Right. So what are they going to do on Thursday? They're going to offer what? Read one more time.
Come on, sir. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Howbeit there is not in every man that knowledge, for some with conscience of the idol unto this hour eat it as a thing offered unto an idol.
Right. So what knowledge every man don't have?
So like you said, I beg.
Come on.
Seem like they don't all have the knowledge what this whole Thanksgiving was start up for. So they ignorantly
Okay, you're right, but it's not what this is trying to tell us.
Answer.
So read that first part one more time before the colon.
Come on. Howbeit there is not in every man that knowledge.
So there's not in every man. Meaning what? When they say every man, just man alone?
So man and woman.
Right.
Mankind.
Right. So they say, howbeit. However, there's not in every man that knowledge. What knowledge?
That's so lucky, sir.
Come
on. Could it be the knowledge that these idols are not gods, that they're really nothing?
Okay, you want it, Yanaza. Give me a precept.
Oh.
I need a precept that explain that knowledge.
I can't think of one right now, sir.
Yeah, you could think of one.
Okay.
When I say it, you're gonna be like, oh man.
So like I said,
come on.
Psalm 147, verse 19 20.
Read it from me. Let me hear what it say. Oh, hold on. Let man, you all have to start with any tags in like select. Akashka. You get the scripture the brother just called. Who where you at and get the scripture the brother just called.
What's the scripture again, sir?
Yeah. Psalm 147, verse 19.
Psalm 147 and 19?
Yes.
Okay. This is
and Kayado one. Hold Hosea 4 and 6 for me. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalm chapter 147 and verse 19. He sent out his word and melted them. He caused his wind to blow and the water flowed.
Read on.
And he shewed his word unto Jacob, his statute and his judgment unto Israel.
Yeah, I'll take that. All right. But I want a scripture that has the knowledge and it explains what the knowledge is. Right? But I'll take that because in reality, you explain what the knowledge is. The knowledge is what? Knowing these what? Laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. So now, knowing that, now you start to understand what is being said in Corinthians. All right. But give me Hosea 4 and 6. This is the one I was asking for.
Gun. This is the book of Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6.
Mhm.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Right, and that's the knowledge we just read about anyway. Psalms, what is that? 147 and 19. Right? I read on. K1.
Gun. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Right. So not every man have that knowledge. Brothers, what? Lack that knowledge according to what? The Bible. Right? And I'll take that too, Shabayala, that Romans 10 and 2. All right. Now, go back to the scripture it was at Akashka.
Sir. Howbeit there's not in every man that knowledge.
So that knowledge meaning what?
Meaning the laws.
Yes, statutes and commandments.
Right?
But now it's going into something specifically. Right? Read.
For some with conscience of the idol unto this hour eat it as a thing offered unto an idol.
Right. So now, what does this song like?
It sounds like the person is eating it, knowing that it's offered unto an idol.
Right. Right. Now read on.
And their conscience being weak is defiled.
And their conscience being what?
Weak is defiled.
Right. Okay. Okay. How do I want to describe it for you? Right. I think the best way to describe it is this. Right. Before y'all came into the truth, right? Well, I use myself as an example. Before I came into the truth, every December 25th, that is when everybody get together to come and sit down on the table, and a big slab of ham is at the center of it. That's before. You understand?
Okay.
Right? Now, let's say we take away the ham and we put beef. Now, is beef lawful?
Sir.
But is beef lawful on that? Should you be eating around that table on December 25th, even though the beef is lawful?
Sir.
Why?
Because of the whole spirit behind that day. So I think any official gathering represents that spirit on that day. So whatever you eat, it falls in under that day, not under the law, not under the clean or unclean. Right. The whole day is unclean, basically.
So read after the colon. For some with what?
For some with conscience of the idol unto this hour.
So now, so you have the conscience. What you know that what? That on Thursday they're going to celebrate what?
Thanksgiving.
But you have a what? What was it? What do they eat on? Was it main meal for Thanksgiving?
Turkey.
You understand? Now, in your mind, you just doing what?
Eating turkey.
You're just eating turkey.
But
it ain't just that, because Thursday is about what? Thanksgiving is about what? Having that big turkey, right? On the table or wherever. It's for what? It's for Thanksgiving. You understand? Right? Now read on.
Sir. And their conscience being weak is defiled.
Right? Their conscience being what?
Weak is defiled.
Right. Their conscience being weak is now what? It's defiled. Right? Now, before you go to verse 8, Tabo, when you have it.
So I have I had to look through with different articles, but I found one. I think it's
because you know what they're trying to do, right? Is almost like your oppressor. He tries to do what? Make everything that what? Negative for certain people, he tried to put a spin on it to be what? Something positive. You understand? So now a good example is October 31st is what? Halloween, right? Now, the Catholic Church, they don't celebrate what? Halloween, right? But they celebrate what? What did the Catholic Church celebrate?
So like is it something like All Souls Day or something?
Yes, All Souls and All Saints, where they pray for what? All Souls mean they pray for what?
For the dead.
For the dead, right? Halloween is about what? The dead coming back and wreaking havoc, right? In the streets, right? That's the whole concept of Halloween, where it come from. That whole tradition that Isupk, brought all the way up to today. That's why they dress up like what? Like dead people. You understand? Right? Now, read on.
Come on. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter.
No, not you. Sorry.
Chapter
one.
No, sir.
Go ahead.
No, come on. This is an article from Yahoo. Says Thanksgiving has a bloody history. Here's what really went down.
Come on, bring it.
Come on. American Thanksgiving is typically considered a time to eat mountains of mashed potatoes, count our blessings, and maybe toss around the pigskin with the cousins or watch our favorite teams do the same. But it's also important to remember the history of the holiday. And the first Thanksgiving wasn't all peace, love, and pass the gravy. While the settlers at Plymouth and their allies from the Wampanoag tribe really did gather in 1621 for an epic 3-day feast to celebrate the settlers' first successful harvest, that's far from the entire story.
Right. Now, and this is what you're going to have to, only in here you'll really get, the real history. Outside of here, you're going to get, things that sound nice. You understand? The word I'm looking for is what? Syncretism, right? Where they try to bring all these holidays, turn it into something nice. And now the church just put, they're spin on it. So now Thanksgiving, they say is what? They giving what? Thanks to who? To the Lord.
Okay.
So now it sounds good, but really and truly, you what? You eating meat unto who? Unto idols. You understand? Right? Read on.
Okay. So like you. In elementary school, most of us probably learned that English religious exiles began establishing civilization in the New World, winning over the local tribes with promises of friendship.
Right. Read on.
Then the friendly Native Americans taught the new arrivals how to grow crops to sustain their burgeoning society from that day forward. Well, not quite. The real story is way more complicated, not to mention a lot less kid-friendly.
Right.
Fact is, like, sir.
No, go ahead.
Fact is, the peace that brought the Wampanoag and the settlers together at the table wasn't as neat and tidy as we'd like to believe. A lot of bloodshed took place both before and after that first feast. Today,
something wrong with the audio. You're coming in real. I think it's choppy. I don't know if you're too close to the mic.
How about now, sir?
Yeah. No, it's something. Yeah.
Come on, select you.
And just you could read it loud. But now it's sounding extremely, way clearer than how it was before. Tawada.
Come on, sir. Come on. Fact is, the peace that brought the Wampanoag and the settlers together at the table wasn't as neat and tidy as we'd like to believe. A lot of bloodshed took place both before and after that first feast. Today, many Native Americans and others mark Thanksgiving as a solemn day of remembrance instead of celebration. Here's what really went down after the plates were cleared in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Keep going, sir.
Yeah, come on. You get what the real deal is this Thanksgiving is about.
Come on, sir. Slakia. They do talk about the the dinner. Should I skip that or redo that?
You okay? I'm gonna let what's his name? Akashka continue, right? Just give me the meat of it. You know what I mean? What they did. You understand what they did to the Native Indians? All right. So we know, everybody know there was a meal, right? And now the spin that the oppressor is trying to put on it is this meal was done in friendship. You understand? This was like, you know what I mean, like you all, you know, put this day together to come and eat and join together. You understand? I want what really happened at that table. All right. So now Akashka, read on by the time.
Karen. 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 8. But meat commended us not to God. For neither if we eat are we better, neither if we eat not are we the worse.
Right. So meaning what? Meaning what? If you eat, you know what I mean, it ain't better. If you don't eat, it ain't what? Worse. Meaning what?
It don't make a difference.
It don't make a difference. Give me a little more.
So
meaning what? If you don't eat turkey on Thursday, are you going to die?
Nah, sir.
Is anything bad going to happen to you?
Nah.
But you could eat turkey on what? Thursday, right? Ain't a problem with that. But I won't be doing it around people who doing what?
Celebrating Thanksgiving.
Yes. Me personally, I won't eat no turkey on Thursday. But it ain't wrong. You understand? I just won't be eating it in the presence of people what? In the world.
Come on.
But because I love my, you know what I mean, my Gadite brothers, you know what I mean, with, you know what I mean, unconditionally, I'm not going to eat any turkey. You understand? I'm not eating none whatsoever. I'm not buying any turkey. You understand? Right? Now, read on.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 9. But take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block.
This liberty of yours become a what?
A stumbling block.
What's the liberty? What liberty you have?
You have the liberty
we're talking about.
The liberty to eat or not to eat because you know it's nothing.
Right? Eat what? What we talking about? Meat.
The
right?
meat, the turkey in particular.
Yes. Right. Read on.
To them that are weak. For if any man should see thee which has knowledge sit and eat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak become emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols?
Yeah, you talking about, you know what I mean, Thanksgiving is, you know what I mean, is evil. But you say now in the office eating the turkey that your colleagues and them bring for Thanksgiving and saying it's just food. You understand? Knowing that this is for what? Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Knowing that this is for what? Your Christmas party. You know it. Right? Read on.
Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 8 verse 11. And though thy knowledge shall be weak, Shalakia, and though thy knowledge shall the weak, thy brother perish, for whom Christ died.
Right? So now your brother, because he's here, remember, he ain't what? This brother is what?
The brother is the brother is weak.
Yes, he's weak. But he's seeing somebody like you who what? Who's strong.
Strong.
You in the truth. You know what I mean? You teaching, waking up brothers. right? But here he see you sitting down here side by side with him doing what? Eating turkey. You understand? He's going to be what? He's going to be emboldened not to do what? Come in here. He's going to be emboldened to what? Stay in the world.
Come on, sir.
Right? Read on.
Come on. But when ye sin so against the brethren and wound their weak conscience, ye sin against Christ.
You understand? Like you cannot be caught celebrating any holidays. You understand? You can't get caught sitting down knowing that your family have this meat set aside for what? For Christmas. You can't be at the table sitting down there with a knife and fork saying, pass me the gravy. You understand? Pass me this. No, you can't be doing that. Right? Read on.
Come on. Wherefore, if meat make my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh.
I will what?
I will eat no flesh.
I will eat no flesh. Meaning what?
I'll not eat meat. I'll eat no kind of thing that offend my brother. In particular,
not so much so that you offend them. You're not going to eat it because of what?
Because, well, if it's wrong. It's against the law.
Give me a little more. Who will take a shot at it?
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
Because of what it represents.
Yes. Because of what it represents, you're not going to do it.
God.
You understand? You cannot do it. Right? Read it one more time.
Come on. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 13. Wherefore, if meat make my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh while the world standeth.
Yes, because now in his mind, he see you. Who, you know what I mean? You in the UPK, you come in the class, you speaking against, you know what I mean, all these holidays. But you sitting on here eating the Thanksgiving meal, you're going to cause your brother to what? To sin. Read on.
Come. Least I make my brother to offend. That's it. That's the last one.
Right?
So, okay, so if I may. That would be the same with just about anything when it comes to the law, if I may say.
Yes. So, when I say come to the law, give me a little more.
What I'm saying is, if let's just say if me and the brother hang, if I'm like in my case, you know, me and a young man, we hang out together. Anything I do in controversy to the law, which would cause him to be weak.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, correct. You're definitely correct. All right. And just to go extreme, meaning if you hanging out with a brother, a young man coming in here, and you just, you know what I mean, light a cigarette out. I'm being extreme. You understand? You are going to, you know what I mean, cause him to what? Sin.
To destroy him like that.
Yes.
Right?
Now go to Matthew 12 and 46. I think you all went over this one already, right? Matthew 12 and 46. Come on.
Yeah, but before you move, and you know, just like how you brought that out there, and it really shows the standard, you know, being set to where, you know, it really demonstrate the level of brotherhood we really supposed to have as a people, because now it's like you really had that care for your brother, you really had that care for your family, because, you know, again, you patronating or partaking, you know, in these customs, which really doesn't belong to us. It is like a total offense towards, you know, your people, and it shows, you know, the kind of compassion, and really understand everything to where the Lord himself, you know, have a care towards, his children, just like any father would have care for his children and tell them, hey, don't follow this or go down this pathway, because now it could fall into danger, it could bring harm towards you.
Yes, correct. You know what I mean? Correct. What you two brothers are saying is on point. All right, now go to Matthew 12 and 46.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 46.
and this is you know what I mean, this is how you're gonna have to, you know what I mean, start preparing yourself. You know what I mean, when you come in here, you have to start preparing yourself, not just, you know what I mean, for against Thanksgiving, but against every holiday that's not in this Bible.
That's right.
You understand? You won't have to one that come. These holidays come almost, you know what I mean, back to back. You just had what? Halloween. Now what coming up? Thanksgiving. What's the other one coming up?
And then Christmas comes up.
Christmas. Then what's coming up after Christmas?
Then you have New Year's Day.
New Year's. And then after New Year's is what?
It's Valentine's Day.
Yes. And the list goes what? On. Right?
Come on.
On and on. When these days is about what? If you had to put these days in a nutshell, what does it mean to your oppressor?
Money for them, sir.
That's it. That's it. Commerce. Come on.
I found like one of the articles that we really kind of go into. I found a good one. So whenever you're ready for that, sir, I got it.
I'm ready right now. Come on.
Come on, sir. The other one was bad, but it did still have some of that.
Yeah, I was brothers and sisters, hear the truth according to this whole Thanksgiving, so that we know. I mean, all this celebration, all this happy Thanksgiving, all this, all of that gonna be out the door. You understand? Or else we're gonna anger the Lord. Now read this.
It says the real story of Thanksgiving, explained by Susan Bates, doesn't have quite the same fuzzy feelings associated with it as the one where the Indians and Pilgrims are all sitting down together at the big feast. We all need to learn the painful history of Thanksgiving so we do not live in lies. Abraham Lincoln proclaimed a day of Thanksgiving in 1863. The federal government declared the last Thursday in November as the legal holiday of Thanksgiving in 1898. However, the meaning of Thanksgiving for Native Americans is filled with painful history, which has been covered up with the Pilgrims and Indians story. Most of us associate the holiday with happy Pilgrims and Indians sitting down to a big feast, and that did happen once. The story began in 1614 when a band of English explorers sailed home to England with a ship full of Patuxet Indians bound for slavery. They left behind smallpox, which virtually wiped out those who had escaped.
They left behind what?
They left behind smallpox, which virtually wiped out those who had escaped.
Read on.
Khan. By the time the Pilgrims arrived in Massachusetts Bay, they found only one living Patuxet Indian, a man named Squanto.
Yeah, I remember that name. Squanto. Go ahead.
A man named Squanto who had survived slavery in England and knew their language.
Read on.
Khan. He taught them to grow corn and to fish, and negotiated a peace treaty between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag Nation. At the end
all these things you're reading about, the Bible speaks against doing what? Against it. You understand? The reason why we're in this position we're in right to this day is because we decided to go against the Lord counsel. You understand? We decided to do what what our wicked leaders wanted us to do rather than what? Obey the Lord. You understand?
Okay.
Like this brother here, what's his name? Squanto? Or Tom?
Okay.
What's his name?
Squanto.
Yeah, Squanto. You understand? He was trying to do what? He was being used to what? Make what? Treaties. And we all know that the so-called oppressor didn't keep any of the treaties he made. Why? Because the Bible says he was not going to do it. Says he wasn't going to do none of that. What does the book of Psalms say? Give me Psalms 55 and 20, quick. Ashka. Give me that quick. All right. Key one. Go to Deuteronomy 1 and 16.
Salakia, say that again, sir.
Deuteronomy 1 and 16, and hold that for me. Go ahead.
Okay.
Salakia, this is the book of Psalm chapter 55, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Right. Right? And that's him. That's the oppressor. The Native Indians was trying to be what? At peace with him. Where the Native Indians today? I'm going to be reading about a story here that is not taught in your schools. You understand? It's not taught. People think Thanksgiving is a day that the Lord ordained for us to celebrate, because it's that day that the Lord is giving thanks. And why are we celebrating Thanksgiving today? Why do we celebrate it today? Anybody? Come on.
We celebrate it because the slave master celebrates it, and he celebrates it because it's really his celebration of his victory over the natives. Mm-hmm. And so we wanting to associate ourselves with him. Mm-hmm. We just buy into the idea that it's a great thing to celebrate, even though we're being lied to about the origin of it.
Mm-hmm. I'll take some of it. I basically give it to you a few minutes ago. Why are we celebrating Thanksgiving?
Money.
No, we don't make any money on Thanksgiving. Why do we celebrate Thanksgiving? Why do we celebrate Christmas? Why? Okay, why you don't celebrate Thanksgiving? Why I don't celebrate Thanksgiving?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Because we came to the knowledge of the truth of what Thanksgiving is about.
How you came to the knowledge of the truth?
We read this Bible and we came into the Isupk to learn the knowledge of the Bible.
You was reading you didn't read the Bible outside of the UPK?
Comic-Con.
Right. So what make you now come in here and read it and decide not to do it?
Also, because like once you learn the history on it, like for instance, the history of the Native American Indians, the slaughter of it. Once you learn brotherhood, it would be kind of like a disrespectful to celebrate that as well. Understanding that the truth of Thanksgiving. That's why right. I stopped.
I need a little more though.
Okay.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Because we have become strong, sir.
Okay. Come on.
So how can we do celebrate the holidays with the Christian church?
Yeah, the people outside of the truth. Why do they celebrate Thanksgiving?
Because they have no compassion. They lack compassion. The Christian church, and they hate God.
You're giving me your answers are correct, but it's, broad. I want you to get to the roots of it. What does the Bible call Israel?
Homeborn slaves.
In the New Testament, not so much the Bible. What does the Lord call us?
Stiff-necked people.
No.
Like if I may say, lost sheep.
The lost what?
Lost sheep.
Why does he call it lost sheep?
So like it, sir. Because we have no shepherd.
Very good. So why do you celebrate? Why do people out? Why does your uncle who go to church, why does he celebrate Thanksgiving?
Because he doesn't know any better. He has no shepherd to show him what's true.
He follow a what? A wicked shepherd. You understand? Me and you in here not celebrating Thanksgiving. Why? Because we have a leader that taught us to do what? Follow everything according to what? This Bible. You understand? You understand? Right? You can't, you go and celebrate Thanksgiving. You can't come back up in here. You go celebrate Christmas. You can't come back up in here. This is what? You can't, you're not allowed to what? Sin in here. You understand? You go celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? But because Commander General Hannah have mercy, you know what I mean? You might stand a chance of coming back in, but it's highly unlikely. Go celebrate that. Right? Your brothers and sisters out there doing it because the Bible tells you what? The shepherd, what? Cause the people to what? To err, to error. You understand? You in here not doing it because we have what? A good shepherd. You understand? We have a good shepherd, so we don't celebrate days like Thanksgiving. We don't. Right? Now read on.
So which one you want me to read?
What you holding?
I lost my place in Matthew. Where should I be?
Matthew was I was asking for 12 and 46.
Come on.
All right.
So, like I said, you know, I still got the article as well, sir.
Yeah. Read a little more of the article.
Come on, sir. So, like, sir, he taught them to grow fish and negotiated a peace treaty between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag Nation. At the end of their first year, the Pilgrims held a great feast honoring Squanto and the Wampanoag. But as word spread in England about the paradise to be found in the New World, religious zealots called Puritans began arriving by the boatload. Finding no fences around the land, they considered it to be in the public domain. Joined by other British settlers, they seized land, capturing strong young natives for slaves and killing the rest. But the Pequot Nation had not agreed to the peace treaty Squanto had negotiated, and they fought back.
I know, hearing these stories, right? Now, you think you're going to feel sorry for the so-called Palestinians, you understand? And the Lebanese people. You don't have time to feel sorry for them. You understand? You're reading these things, these stories about what happened to these native Indians. You understand? These things should be bringing you to what? To tears. You understand? Just reading some of these stories on how these brothers were treated by the so-called oppressor. And now you're going to have to do this. Give me Matthew 12 and 46. Oh, yeah, table one.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him.
All right, read on.
Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stood without, desiring to speak with thee.
And you're going to have to, this showing you what? You're going to have to go against your family. You understand? Your family going to want you to come and eat that Thanksgiving dinner. You're going to have to do what? Go against them. You understand? When I say go against them, meaning what? You should kick the pot off the stove. You might get a whooping our lifetime, right? What should you do? Come on.
Do not participate in it at all, sir.
Yeah, don't participate in it at all. In that situation, you definitely cannot do what? You cannot eat that turkey. You cannot partake of that dinner. You understand?
Come on, sir.
Right? Read on.
Come on. The book of Matthew chapter 12 and verse 48. But he answered and said unto them, unto him that told him, who is my mother? And who are my brethren? And
right.
He stretched.
Go ahead.
And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren.
You understand? Like Christ letting you know that what? For somebody to be your mother or your brethren, they're going to have to be what? In this truth.
Come on.
You understand? They're going to have to be in here. You're going to have to come in here and show you what? Your loyalty to Christ. You understand? And Christ, you know, a Christian like to ask the question, what would Christ do? You know, they like to ask, what would Christ do? Well, Negro, what would Christ do on Thanksgiving? Knowing what it was about, would he celebrate it? No, he would not. Right? No, give me a little more of the story. No, Taba one.
Come on, Sluggy.
Akashka, go to Matthew 19 and 29.
Come on.
You got one, I forget you, right? Hold that
Got
one, right?
Come on. The Pequot War was one of the bloodiest Indian wars ever fought. In 1637, near present-day Groton, Connecticut, over 700 men, women, and children of the Pequot tribe had gathered for their annual Green Corn Festival, which is our Thanksgiving celebration. In the pre-dawn,
the Indians were doing what? They had their own celebration.
Come.
They had their own celebration, which in itself was what? Against the Most High. All right, read on.
Come. In the pre-dawn hours, the sleeping Indians were surrounded by English and Dutch mercenaries who ordered them to come outside. Those who came out were shot or clubbed to death, while the terrified women and children who huddled inside the longhouse were burned alive. Slug, sir.
No, go ahead. That's Abadawan. I just letting him know. He on now. Shalom. Solia. Come on.
Sir. No, I just had a quick question, sir.
Come on.
When you mentioned about their festival, is it unlawful to, because it says Green Corn Festival, you know what I'm saying now? You know, we know that they weren't keeping the laws. They weren't keeping the actual feast, you know what I'm saying, of the Bible. So we know that part. But so we already know they're not fully, you know, they're not doing the law because they're not doing that. But is it unlawful to just, you know, make up something to have? Like I might have every year my family might do I don't know, a strawberry. Yeah, we go to a strawberry field and do the strawberry picking day festival thing. Would that be unlawful if I'm still making sure I'm keeping the Lord's feast, but then I just got this little thing that we like to do and we just call it Strawberry Field Day or something?
Okay, that ain't, you know what I mean. Who is picking strawberries?
So like, sir,
is Tabawan and the whole nation going out on that day and picking strawberries?
Allah, sir.
All right, Tabawan and his family. So that's just something you and your family do. This year is talking about green corn. It ain't just, you know, I mean, one or two people doing it. It's the whole tribe that was doing it. Come on.
Salakia, sir. So, you know, a lot of our people, they overlook, you know, the suffering of the native Indians. But, you know, if you really dig deep into the core history of Thanksgiving, it has direct ties to paganism, from its symbols to the customs and traditions, you know, on the statues, the money, the idols, all of that stuff is tied to the worship of, you know, these gods like Ceres or, you know, the Celtics and the Anglo-Saxons. They celebrated this thing called Harvest Home. The Anglican Church, they kept the days of Thanksgiving. The cornucopia itself, the horn of plenty, is literally the horn of a deity, a Malthea, a goat that gave his horn to Zeus. The turkey is a fertility symbol of abundance, and it's worship of the land in addition to the corn. So it's all paganism. It all has ties directly to paganism. Even the fact that they play football, that is a very ancient tradition. With respect to the tradition of playing sports after a feast, by the Celts. So there's no escaping it when it comes down to even Thanksgiving. All the oppressors' holidays have ties to their gods that they worship.
Yes. Yeah, you are 100% correct. Because remember, what does the Bible say? The Bible says what? There's no new thing under what? The sun. None whatsoever. You understand? This is just the oppressor. He recycling, you understand, his belief, his gods, and just calling it by some different name. You understand? And then teaching, then you have black leaders teaching you to follow it based on what? You giving thanks to the Most High. When that in you giving thanks to the Most High, that's you doing what? The oppressor, you worshiping the oppressor God. Right? Now, read on tab 1.
Come on, sir. Salakia. In the pre-dawn hours, Salakia, I read that part, Salakia, sir. The next day, John Winthrop, 1588 to 1649, the governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, declared a day of thanksgiving because 700 unarmed men, women, and children had been murdered. Cheered by their victory, the brave colonists and their Indian allies attacked village after village. Women and children over 14 were sold into slavery while the rest were murdered. Boats loaded with as many as 500 slaves regularly left the ports of New England. Bounties were paid for Indian scalps to encourage as many deaths as possible. Following an especially successful raid against the Pequot in what is now Stamford, Connecticut, the churches announced a second day of Thanksgiving to celebrate victory over the heathen savages.
You understand? And now today they bring it as just being what? What do they have? What's the modern history they give you on Thanksgiving? Now look up. Now we hear this is the real Thanksgiving you're reading about here, right? Talking, I want you while we read the scripture, look up what they say it is today, what it means today. All right.
Okay.
Now, who holding Matthew, I believe 19 and 29 for me?
No, can't say I have it.
Come on.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 29. And everyone that has forsaken houses.
Right, and that's what's going to happen. Some of us don't want to forsake, our parents based on what they believe. You understand? Some of us don't want to be written off that will. To hell with that will, man.
Right.
To hell with it. Let them give the land to whoever they want to give the land to. Let's see how long that will last. But guess what? You stand with the Lord. Read this.
And our brethren, our sisters,
Uh-huh.
our father,
Our
mother, our wife.
That wife, that woman. Boy, brother, you're gonna have to, grow some, some NUTS. You understand? To deal with her, to deal with them kids. You understand? Read on.
Our children, our lands.
Or what?
Our lands.
Let me just talk about that. To hell with the will.
Okay.
Don't worry about that land. You want land? Wait, guess what? Guess what the Lord fitting to give you for obeying him. Read the reward. Read on.
For my name's sake shall receive 100-fold.
Shall receive a what?
100-fold.
100-fold.
And shall inherit everlasting life.
No, you ain't gonna die from. Yeah, I mean, what they say? Bob Marley died from some I forget it.
Some
The
sort of
cancer he
cancer, I
died
think.
from.
Kind
Right? You ain't gonna die. You know what I mean? From HIV/AIDS. You ain't dying from that. You understand? You ain't gonna die like these sinners dying out here. You understand? You're gonna receive 100-fold, and you're gonna inherit what? Everlasting life. Meaning what? You're gonna leave the land or whatever the Lord, whatever 100-fold the Lord give you, what? Die and what? Come back and meet it. You understand? It's gonna be everlasting. Read on.
on. But many that are first shall be last.
Right, so that going in to him explaining, you know what I mean, the you know what I mean, how you have to look at this being in the truth, how you have to look at, you know what I mean, forsaking your house, forsaking it. You understand? Right? Read it one more time. But what?
But many that are first shall be last,
Mm-hmm.
and the last shall be first.
You understand? Meaning what? This truth is guaranteed to who? What guarantees you in this truth?
Once we come in, sir, once you come all the way in,
Mm-hmm.
whether we first or last.
No, Mm-mm.
You said what guarantees us in this truth, sir?
Yeah, what guarantees you?
Enduring to the end?
Yes, that's it. Endure unto the end. The Lord don't want to hear, well, I've been in it for about, 10 years. I did this. And nigga, you have a pipe in your mouth. And Christ fits in the crack the sky and come back. He don't want to hear what you did. You want to hear what you're doing right now with the truth. You understand?
Okay.
What you're doing right now. Did you forsake your mother and father just for 10 years and then went right back to mommy and daddy and get baptized in the church? You understand? Or did you came in here and what? You run this race. You ran it to the end. All right? Tabon, you found it as yet?
Come on.
Yeah, get them the modern day. Let's hear what they have pertaining to the modern day Thanksgiving. Read.
Oh, come on. So this is the entry for Thanksgiving Day, the holiday in Britannica. It says Thanksgiving Day, annual national holiday in the United States and Canada, celebrating the harvest and other blessings of the past year. Americans generally believe that their Thanksgiving is modeled on a 1621 harvest feast shared by the English colonists, Pilgrims of Plymouth, and the Wampanoag people. The American holiday is particularly rich in legend and symbolism, and the traditional fare of the Thanksgiving meal typically includes turkey, bread stuffing, potatoes, cranberries, and pumpkin pie. With respect to vehicular travel, the holiday is often the busiest of the year as family members gather with one another.
You understand? How that song?
So, there's another paragraph of that where they really try to drive the whole. Come on. It says, Plymouth Thanksgiving began with a few colonists going out fowling, possibly for turkeys, but more probably for the easier prey of geese and ducks, since they in one day killed as much as served the company almost a week. Next, 90 or so Wampanoag made a surprise appearance at the settlement's gate, doubtlessly unnerving the 50 or so colonists. Nevertheless, over the next few days, the two groups socialized without incident. The Wampanoag contributed venison to the feast, which included the fowl and probably fish, eels, shellfish, stews, vegetables, and beer. Since Plymouth has few buildings, sir.
What do they say? The story is told by the victor.
You
understand?
Come on.
All right.
Now,
he giving you a story like what? these people what came together, mutually. You understand?
Count.
The Native Indians brought meat to the table, and what did this program bring? Read on.
Count. It says, since Plymouth had few buildings and manufactured goods, most people ate outside while sitting on the ground or on barrels with plates on their laps. The men fired guns, ran races, and drank liquor, struggling to speak in broken English and Wampanoag. This was a rather disorderly affair, but it's still a treaty between the two groups that lasted until King Philip's War, 1675 to 76, in which hundreds of colonists and thousands of Native Americans lost their lives.
Right. It sounded like the Native Indians were joining with the Americans to fight the British, right?
Right.
And they made a good old treaty, right? And this is all they want. This is a lie, no different than they're trying to say that brothers and sisters, right, went into slavery. They migrated to America.
So like
that's what they're trying to push. Come on.
Like I said, this is intriguing to me because they always say history is bound to repeat itself. But if this was such a peaceful dinner and a peaceful gathering, why is it America has never done this with any of the other enemies?
Right.
What happened to where is there no dinner with Saddam Hussein? Where was this turkey at? Where was his stuffing and food and gathering together? It just don't make sense. Why is there only one account in history where this happened?
Yeah, that's because they're trying to cover up a lie. You understand? Give me K1. Give me Revelation instead. Revelation 18 and 4.
Gun.
New Revelation 18 and 4. You have any more on that tab 1?
La, sir.
That's it there on that, right? All right, and that's what they bring it to today, to make it sound like if Thanksgiving is something great. You understand? And make it sound like what you was asking about, like, they just came together picking strawberries. And that was it. It was good. You know what I mean? Everybody they shoot guns, they played together, and they were trying to talk each other language. Make it sound like it was a day of fun. Right? When it was not the real history had nothing to do with fun. It had to deal with what? Oppressing the Native Indians more and more, being cruel to them. You understand? That's the real history. America has never in their lifetime been nice to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They've always been trying to oppress us or being cruel to us. They're nice. Their way of being nice is WIC, TANF, EBT. You understand? And by creating laws like what is the diversity, equity, I forget, DEI. What that is again? Inclusion, yes. You understand? And by saying black people fought for civil rights. Right? Now read Revelation 18 and 4.
Can, sir. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people.
Come what?
Come out of her, my people.
Come out of her, my people. You understand?
Right.
The Lord is saying to come out of her. And that her is who? America. You understand? Come out of her. You could be in Trinidad, in the Caribbean. You have to come out of what? America. You have to. You understand? That whole belief in the Caribbean comes from who? America. Part of it comes from England also too. Right? But the Bible is saying to come out of her, come out of these oppressors. Right? Read on. When I say come out of these oppressors, meaning what? Meaning to leave. Come on.
Way of life, sir. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's it. The way of life. The way of living. whatever they celebrate, you do not partake in. You don't. You understand? I don't care if they call it Passover. It ain't no Passover. Why?
It's a lock here because you know what I mean. If it's not the ISUPK Passover, it's not of the Lord, sir. So
that's right.
You
understand? I don't care whatever they can call it by any name. You know what I mean? Named in the Bible. You do not celebrate anything these oppressors celebrate. You understand? Right. Don't do it. Right? Read on.
That he be not partakers of her sins.
Right? You don't want to partake of their sins. You don't want to be that. Read on.
And that he receive not of her plagues.
And you receive what?
And that he receive not of her plagues.
You receive none, so that you don't have to receive any of their plagues. What was one of the plagues that recently came here to America and to the Caribbean? What was one of the plagues that came?
So Salakia, sir, the COVID, sir. You know what I mean? Recently.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. You understand? The COVID-19. Read on.
Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
For her sins have what?
Reach unto heaven.
That's it. You want to know why there's so much turmoil on the earth right now? Because her sin reached unto heaven. And now you're going to celebrate Thanksgiving. You are what? Going to be what? A partaker in their sins. You understand? Right. What they did to the native Indians was a sin. You understand? They murdered them native Indians. You understand? Right? Read on.
And God has remembered her iniquities.
And God has what?
And God has remembered her iniquities.
And God has remembered their iniquity. The Lord ain't forgetting. We might forget what the oppressor did. You understand? With that write-up that Tabon read, they what? They forget. They're trying to forget what they did to the native Indians. And they're trying to teach their people to forget about what their people did to the native Indians. Well, guess what? The Lord, he ain't going to forget.
That's right.
The Lord is not going to forget. Right? Give me, I think it's Isaiah 29 and 15. Akasha, get that for me. Isaiah 29 and 15. Right? Finish off. Any more K.R. one?
Last, sir. That was it.
That was it. Come on. Isaiah 29 and 15. No, you all any questions?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 15.
Sir.
Come on. You said La. Okay, come on.
Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord.
No, give me where it says I will not forget. Hold on. Isaiah 49, not 29, 49 and 15. All right. He's running scriptures also to you. You could put in a precept for abortion. All right.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on her son, on the son of her womb?
Uh-huh. So he's asking her what? A question, right?
Right?
Can a woman forget her what?
Her sucking child.
Right. That child that what? That child that she has to what? Breastfeed, right?
Breastfeed.
Right. Read on.
That she should not have compassion on the son of her womb.
Meaning now what? That she forget about what? Being a mother because of what? Her what? Because of her career. She want to enjoy life. You understand? Some of these women are so diabolical. They will have the child, right? Leave the child at home and go what? Party, go on a cruise ship, and then come back and somehow expect things to just go back to normal. I'm not shocked that you're in chains, you're in handcuffed, fitting to go to jail for child neglect. You understand? You want to forget about being a mother because you what? You want to enjoy life. How about not opening the legs then?
That's right.
How about saying no?
Come on.
Just say no. Right? Read on.
Yea, they may forget.
They what?
They may forget.
Yes. Do Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian women commit abortion? Yes. You understand? Read.
Yet will I not forget thee.
But the Lord saying what?
Yet will I not forget thee.
The Lord say he's not going to forget you. You understand? The Lord is saying he's not going to forget us. He's not. Read on.
Come on. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palm of my hands.
Right. He what? He's saying he engraved. Did he literally engrave me on the palm of his hands? No. It's metaphor for what? You always what? On where? When you write something on the palm of your hand, it's because you don't want to do what?
You don't want to forget it.
Yeah, how many of you do that before the exam? Write all the formulas. Yeah, I mean your hand become a the cheat sheet.
Come on.
I mean, you write it right here. You engrave it right here on your hand. Right? Because you don't want to what? Forget. And that's the Lord. The Lord what? He's not going to forget Israel. Read.
Come on. Thy walls are continually before me.
Thy walls are what?
Continually before me.
It's continually before me. You understand? Right? The Lord ain't going to forget that. Right? All right, that's it for that there, right? Any questions? Two things I think I want to get into. Which one?
Sir.
The time. Yeah, come on, Nayathaq.
Yeah, I had asked you a question
last week, right?
Kind of unconscious.
Did you text me it?
Yeah, I did. It's Ecclesiastes 4 and 14 through 16.
14. Ecclesiasticus.
Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verses 14 through 16.
Hold on, let me see if I did get it. I don't remember. Hold on. Ecclesiastes. Say it one more time.
Chapter 4, verses 14 through 16. Baba Kashar, sir.
16. Hold on, let me see. Did I ask about this? No, Nayathaq Salaki. Please forgive me. I'm gonna try and get it. Right? It's 14 to what? To 15, right?
14 through 16, sir. Baba
16.
And
sir. You wanted it. You just want a breakdown on 14 to 16. Okay, I'm gonna try to get that for you, right? Salaki about that.
Water, sir.
Any more? All right. Let's go ahead. I know we're almost up on the time. Let's go to Matthew 18 and 15.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee,
Mm-hmm.
go and tell him his fault between thee and he alone.
Right. So the Bible is saying to do what?
If your brother offend you,
Mm-hmm.
go to him by himself, just you and him.
Just you and him, right? So this ain't, you know what I mean, a brother offend you. You try to, call him out in front of what? Everybody. No, don't do that. And you go to he and thee alone. Right? Read on.
If he shall hear thee,
Mm-hmm.
thou hast gained thy brother.
So if he hear you, meaning what? If he agree with the fact that you come to him and say what? You offend me by doing this or by saying this. And he says what? Salakia, please forgive me. If you say anything other than Salakia, right? Read on.
But if he will not hear thee,
meaning he ain't what? He ain't hearing you. Because he ain't say Salakia, brother. Or Salakia, sis. Right? He ain't saying that he getting you what? After Salakia, he getting you what? The but. But the reason why this such and such is because of this. That ain't Salakia. Salakia is Salakia, brother. If I offended you, what I said, I should not have said that. But Salakia, brother, for what I did, I should not have done that. Right? Not Salakia, brother. I should not have done that. But I did it because of such and such. Right? Read on.
Then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established.
So what is that telling you to do?
That means if he didn't agree that he offended you first, then take 2 or 3 people with you as witnesses.
All right, and what is that? What is that?
That's a
2 or
counsel.
3. And that's a what?
That's a counsel. Take him the counsel.
Give me I think it's Matthew 25. Hold on, let me get it for you. Hold on. Where it says to leave a gift at the altar, somewhere around there. You know what I'm talking about?
No, sir.
Hold on. All right. Hold on. All right. You all know what I'm talking about? Leave.
Yeah. Salakia, sir.
Matthew 5, I think. What you was gonna say? So what?
23 and 18.
23 and 18. Let me check that one out. All right. No, not this one.
Okay. 5 and 23.
Yeah. Let me have 5 and 23.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 23. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother has aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First, be reconciled to thy brother.
Skip up to 22.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall
Right.
be in danger of the judgment.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And,
Go ahead, read on.
and whosoever shall say to his brother Raka shall be in danger of the council.
Shall be in danger of the what?
Of the council.
Of a council. Right. Read on.
But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
Right. No, it's what, giving you what, the going up or what, like an escalation ladder.
Okay.
You understand? So it's saying you're gonna be in danger of what? The judgment for being what? Angry with you. Just bring your anger with your brother for what? Without a what? A cause. You understand? Right? Read after judgment one more time. And whosoever what shall say?
And whosoever shall say to his brother Raka shall be in danger of the council.
Shall be in danger of what?
Of the council.
You're going to be in danger of what? The council. Right? That's what? That's between who? That's that part right there that we're reading about right now. You understand? With them, with the two, go back to yes, the 2 and 3. Now, who are those 2 and 3 people? Those 2 and 3 witness.
That'd be a camp leader.
So not so much.
Salakia, sir. That would be the council.
That, yes, you understand? That would be, now you going before what? The council, the Isupk already set up. Why? Because if that ain't that, then guess what could happen? Then guess what? Cousin Jimmy, he could do it, right? He could bring cousin Jimmy, and you know, I mean, the other cousin and your other cousin to be what? Witness. You understand?
Okay.
Right? You want who doing this? Give me Ecclesiasticus 6 and 6. Right? If your car giving trouble, who you take it to?
The mechanic, sir.
Sure, you'll take it to a doctor.
Nah, sir.
He put a where's the thing that can hear the heartbeat? What do you call that?
Stethoscope.
Yeah, you put that on top of the bonnet and listen to see what's wrong with your car.
Nah, sir.
Why are you going to a mechanic?
He specializes in automobile repair.
Good. If something wrong with your heart, would you go to a mechanic?
Nah, sir. Go to the doctor.
You go to a doctor. Why?
He specializes in the body.
Yeah, he specializes in the body. You wouldn't go to the mechanic and say, yo, you know what I mean? Something wrong with my heart. He gonna watch you like, yo, you serious. You want me? All right.
Okay. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 6 and and verse 6. Okay. Be in peace with many.
Right? Be in peace with many. If you can have peace with many, the Bible say what? Be in peace. Right? Read on.
Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Say that one more time.
Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Have but what?
One counselor.
You understand? Meaning what? Over 1,000. Meaning what?
You don't have all kind of people giving you counsel. Come to Isupk where the counsel is already set up.
Yeah, meaning what? You're right with what you're saying.
Meaning, as you say,
who is a what? Professional.
Can.
You understand? And in this school, you get the best counseling you could ever get. That's right. You get it. cousin Jimmy, you could, I mean, you can let cousin Jimmy do your counseling.
Can.
If you want to. Yeah, I mean, just make sure your lawyer fee. You know what I mean? You'll be wise to save up. You understand? But you want them witnesses to be what? Professional at their job.
Counsel.
And in this school, Commander General Hannah already set up. You understand? That counseling. You understand? All right, you all with me, right?
Counsel.
All right. So you have a issue with your brother, you go to the brother. Brother don't want to hear you, he want to hear you out. Or if let me start over. The brother hear you out, you win your brother over. If your brother don't hear you out, then you're gonna have to what? Request counseling. You understand? And come to your camp leader, call your camp leader, and your camp leader will what? Set up that counseling that is needed for these two brothers or these two sisters or brother and sister. You understand? And let professionals be what? The witness. You understand?
Counsel.
Right? Now read on after.
Read on.
After 2 or 3.
So, all right. So that's back to. I had it.
Go back to Matthew, I think 18 and what? I think
15. Matthew 18 and 15.
No, skip now.
Skip down to.
I think read
16.
17.
Hold on. Okay, 17. But the book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them.
And neglect to hear who's the them?
This is the council.
Yeah. Then do what?
Then tell it unto the school.
Yes. Then you're gonna come into what? You're gonna be looking like what? A major what? Council. You're gonna tell it onto what?
The school.
Read on.
But if he neglects to hear the school, let him be unto thee as an heathen.
Right. Let him be unto thee as a what?
An heathen.
As
an
a
heathen man and a publican.
Yes, because do you care about heathen?
Nah, sir.
No, you don't care. Heathen could go, you know what I mean, eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want, do whatever you want. You'll be treated as a what? As a heathen.
Heathen man.
You know what I mean? Or a heathen woman. Whatever. You understand?
Oh,
okay. Right? Any question? I know we're up on the time. You're good to go? I wanted to get into something else, but I don't think we've had the time. It'll take up too much time.
Okay.
All right, pertaining to peer pressure. I'll touch on that next week. All right. If not, with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Darash Ahmad.
Okay. Men of Israel, Majum. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to Captain of 13,000 Nayathaq. Amajum Shabbat. Amajum Barak. How about
Yahabashim and Shabrakatham?
Yadamatah. Sorry, means turn and face the sisters. Sisters, Amajum. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajum Shabbat. Amajum Barak. How Shabbat means to be seated. Isupk security announcements. Here to Isupk, start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. For new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, Wednesday, the 25th of December, which is the Feast of Dedications, also known as Hanukkah, the 25th day of the 9th month. First Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. We also have the upcoming Lord's Holy Convocation, which is the 56th Passover, which will be April the 12th, 2025, which will be in Atlanta, Georgia. So make sure you mark that on your calendar. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class is dismissed.